it's hard to know where to start. Tom Winter, I've never, covering mass shootings since Columbine, as you have, heard anything like this.
What Stephen McGrew, who heads the Texas Department of Public Safety, just described, Chris, as somebody who covers this for a living, is, I would say, the greatest failure in modern American law enforcement history as it pertains to an active shooter. Period. What he described was an incident commander or a situation where, and he says he doesn't know whether or not this incident commander, the person who is the chief of police for the school district, this is his primary job, is the safety of this school. What he says is he made the conscious decision not to enter the classroom while students, as you described, children, as you described, were calling 911. On one particular occasion, around either 12:43 or 12:47, that caller was begging for the police, saying, "Please send police now." Earlier than that, at 12:16, a 911 caller told the operator that 8 to 9 students were still alive. At that point, a member of the law enforcement community was clearly aware that there were children that were alive inside that classroom, and the decision was still not made. We do not know, and he said he did not know or could not share the information as to whether that information was ultimately relayed to the incident commander, who was that chief of police for the independent schools district there. But what we do know is that we had somebody who was armed a tremendous amount of ammo. By the way, we have to discuss
extraordinary.
That. 1,657 rounds that he had purchased. He said 315 rounds were fired into classrooms at some point. It is almost a miracle that we are not talking about 2 to 3 times the amount of students that are dead here. He talked about the tremendous amount of spent magazines that were found there, but he continued to fire shots, and I just want to double check my notes. 12:21, he had still fired shots. This was a
and
shooting
apparently on the 911 call at 12:21, you could hear shots fired.
That's exactly correct. So we're talking about somebody who was shooting, began firing at the school, according to the timeline he put out, at 11:31 a.m. local time, still firing at 12:21 local time. It is not until 12:50 local time that police fired shots inside that classroom at the suspect, and at 12:51, officers were beginning to remove kids from the scene. I think a very important point of this, Chris, McGraw could not say, and they have not yet determined whether or not any lives could have been saved if they had moved in sooner. I think the quote, I wrote it down at the time, I think is the most important one here, which is he says, that it was, quote, he says, quote, "It was the wrong decision," as he reviews what happened that day. I don't think it says it any clearer than that. Happy to get into more of the timeline, but also happy to hear Frank's thoughts as well.
Yeah, well, one other quote that stood out for me that was the decision made by the scene commander, and this is the quote from Stephen McGraw: "The belief is there may not be anyone living anymore." Again, in spite of the fact that the 911 calls were coming in.